Do you want to know how to find St. Trina? What about gaining this awesome two-handed cleaver that reminds me of the Orphan of Kos? Well, I got you covered. Hey guys, Ronan here. Check out the timestamps down below because there will be a lot of running from point A to point B. If you don't care about that and you only care about the laser gauntlet, the boss battle, weapon showcase, and how to get to St. Trina, well, the timestamps are there for you. I am hosting an Elden Bling contest where you can showcase your looks against other players. If you're interested in that and how you could possibly win prizes like Steam gift cards and more, link in the description down below. If you are a fan of the Orphan of Kos, you have to get this weapon. This thing is so damn cool. I love it a lot. It scales with C strength and C arcane once you get it to max rank. Does a lot of damage. Also has frost buildup at the same time. And just look at it. I mean, who doesn't want to use a badass weapon like that? Now, I'm going to showcase the weapon skills here, so go ahead and skip to the timestamp you see on video now if you just want to know how to get to St. Trina and how to get this if you don't care about the skill set. So let's start with the unique weapon art because this thing is very powerful. It has two kind of like sets for it. You have the base one if you just tap it. That does like a diving guillotine attack, but you can follow that up. So you can hit the heavy attack afterwards and do like a triple chain. And that attack hits really, really hard. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the other weapon skill set here. So we'll start with light attacks since I'm already using it as two-handed. And it attacks quicker than you would feel like because it's such a heavy weapon, and yet the light attacks are actually pretty quick. The heavy attacks when you tap. And of course you have the charged heavies. Backstep. Backstep heavy. Roll light. And roll heavy. And the jump attacks are what you would feel like they should be. And of course when you one hand, very similar. Still pretty quick. And then everything else is pretty much the same as well when it comes to the other attacks. Alright, so let's go ahead and figure out how you can actually get down here, find St. Trina, and an easy way to kill the boss if you're struggling. Now, in order to actually find St. Trina and the boss that drops that weapon, you're going to need to do a lot of running. So if you saw my other video that showcases how to get the Dragon Hunter's Great Katana, you will unlock the Grand Altar of Dragon Communion. That's where I recommend you start because you're going to have to run from here all the way down until you get to this peninsula where I have the marker. Now be wary of these worm guys. I don't know why they're auto set to attack me, but they do a lot of damage. And this guy up here is throwing sleep pots at you. You have to dodge them. If you get hit with it, you're pretty much dead because it will put you to sleep and then he'll follow up and kill you. Now, once you get to the hill up here, you're actually going to have to go down, and there is going to be a large laser gauntlet, which really sucks. It is really rough to go through, so I will just showcase my raw footage of that going through it in case you want to see how to get through the little gauntlet. It took me a couple tries because, well, you'll see when we get there. But come all the way over here to the edge up top here, because you do have to go down, and you'll eventually see the path downward. You want to be careful because there is a lot you can die. So I came over here to showcase, don't jump from up here. You can see you have to get over there where the little like ledges. I've seen so many people just jump to their deaths because they're trying to jump from too high. And you do take a lot of fall damage from this. I don't know why you do. So definitely take all the short falls that you can. All right, and that will lead you to this grace down here. Go ahead and follow the tunnel through, and then we'll showcase how to go through the laser gauntlet and then the boss guide that I think will help out for anyone struggling. Now, when you first start running through this, I would recommend skipping the birds because eventually you'll get to the point where you'll be in line of sight of the lasers that start attacking you, and trying to dodge those lasers and fighting the birds at the same time is a little rough. I do highly recommend killing the first laser enemy here though, mainly because once you kill that one, you can run past the others pretty easily without getting hit. One other thing to be wary of, there's also landmines, so definitely make sure you're in a safe spot when you go to heal. I'd like to jump when dodging the lasers because it seems to just be the easiest way. For whatever reason, when I dodge rolled, I ended up getting hit by them. Congratulations, you got the next set of grace. Definitely make sure you get your healing potions and all that stuff back because there is going to be kind of like a mini boss battle. You can technically skip the mob I'm talking about, but he does give you a unique spell, so I definitely recommend you kill him if possible. In this run, I accidentally fall off the edge and he follows me, and that's how I killed him. But hey, if it works, it works. And congratulations, once you get to this grace, you are now about to face the boss. You do have to kill the boss before you get to interact with St. Trina. So go ahead and go all the way top to the skull, and guess what? You gotta fall down. Now, when fighting this boss, he comes charging in. So if you have any type of magic, this would be a good time to start hitting him. He is highly susceptible to Scarlet Rot, which putting that on him alone will add up a ton of damage over time. But as you fight him, you do have to watch out because he will do the triple chain attack, which I showcase in the weapon. But his horse will actually follow through and attack as well. So there's a lot of dodge rolling. You can see I'm not that great at it, so I end up healing. But just from Scarlet Rot alone, he's already ticking down quite a lot. But he does have a second weakness that I'm going to showcase, and that's going to be fire. He is very weak to fire. I do a lot of damage with the fire. Look at all that fire damage. It is a ton. I follow up with basically infinite fire breath, and in this next transition, usually around 50% HP, he starts shooting out like cold fire waves. You have to dodge roll them. I'm not very good at it, so I'm lucky I didn't die here, but just off the fire damage and Scarlet Rot alone, he ends up dying, which is pretty much how I killed him, and that's basically how I did it. I struggled a few times on him because I didn't realize how weak he was to fire damage, so it was basically just using a combination of damage over time and fire burst to kill him. And then that's how I got it. So hopefully this boss guide helped you out. Definitely make sure you dodge. You can see I almost died here at the end to the horse because I'm not good at dodging it. But hey, once you get used to it, you'll be good to go. And of course the weapon comes from his remembrance. But after you kill him, continue to go down the tunnel because that's when you interact with St. Trina. I don't want to spoil what happens here, but talk to St. Trina 6 times and you will actually unlock some really awesome dialogue and progress the story.